Highway. Last day for a pretty drive. It's overcast, not raining yet. Hopefully it doesn't. We're about to cross into South Carolina. And we are now crossing into South Carolina. Speed limit's 35 through here. It's pretty nice. I like that. You probably got motorcycles coming flying through here, though. I think it's the Dragon's Tail. I ended up on that once. Back in 2020. In this behemoth of a vehicle I'm driving. By accident. I didn't realize where I was. My GPS or my signal was off from the last patient house I was at. And I was way out there. And it's kind of terrifying. People drive like maniacs on that road. If I ever end up in that direction again in this vehicle, I will go. If it took me days to get around it, it won't take that long. But I won't go back on it. Not in this behemoth. Going from Rosman to Saluda. The fastest route was to take SC11. The other ones were like hour and 20 minutes, hour and 25 minutes. This one's hour 15. Plus, it's a different, view. I've already seen the other view 100,000 times just by living in this area. Or, well, the Brevard, Pisgah Forest, Etowah, Horseshoe, Hendersonville area. I've been down all those roads 100 times. Times 100. Times 105. Times 2. So, I've only been on this route. I've never actually been on Pickens Highway towards SC11. Or maybe I have been. Usually I'm coming out towards Casher's Highlands area if I take SC11. I might have been on this once. But I've never, not never. I haven't been on this kind of route, but maybe 6 times in 2 years. So it's always refreshing to take a different route every once in a while. Tomorrow, July 24th, Thursday, I will be going to the Asheville branch in a whole different route in that direction. So that's very nice. Very nice. Can't see the riverbed down there. Sheesh, brother. Why are you doing like 50 miles an hour? Whoa. Yeah, you can still see damage just from Helene. It was 10 months ago. Or 9 months ago, something like that. September of 2024. Yeah, it's ravaged. It's still ravaged down there. Ugh. But the different scenic routes and whatnot, I always search for, because if I was on call, a lot of the times I'd get sent out to Spruce Pine or sent out to, you know, Alexander, Robbinsville. I haven't been to Marshall since the hurricane. I've driven past there, or that direction, when going to Burnsville. Find me a turnoff that will pull a lot of attention, because nature calls, and I've still got an hour and 3 minutes before I get to the facility in Saluda. AT&T. All right, Mr. Escalade, Chevy Blazer. Good trip, wherever you're going. Rocky Bottom. That's funny. That was the name of that road. Well, that's a little too inconspicuous. There'll be another one. I didn't like it because it was in a curve. And I think I used that word wrong, so whatever. Wow, look at that house. Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Whoa! What's going on up here? When I see houses like that, oh. That was quick. Oh, wow. Wow, I didn't realize Celine got this far out. Wow, that is amazing. A lot of damage. A lot of damage out here. But I was saying, I see houses like that, my imagination goes wild. There was a family there at one point in time. Maybe 2 generations worth. That looked like it was built back in the 70s, maybe. So it could be 3 generations. Who knows how long it's been abandoned? Well, the city would know, or the county, or whatever. The state registrar. It's always a weird word. Why is it not register? Why is it registrar? I have to look that up. But somebody grew up there, maybe. Husband and wife got married. Well, that doesn't make sense. A man and woman got married. He worked construction or something. Maybe she was an accountant, or maybe she was a stay-at-home mom. More likely she was a stay-at-home mom. Or maybe the house was built in the 40s. There's 3 generations that grew up in the house. Definitely stay-at-home mom. Soldier comes back from war. Hopefully he's not too messed up in the head, like many of them were. Or maybe he was, but through Jesus Christ, he was able to conquer that fear and post-traumatic stress disorder. And then, they got married and had kids. Those kids would be in their 70s now. They have in the 40s, 80s, 80 years old. It's kind of wild when you think about it. Time just goes and goes and keeps going. It's like it has a mind of its own. And those kids grew up and found their own spouse. Maybe they just had daughters, and that bloodline ended. Or the last name did, at least. You just never know. But they had kids, and they grew up in that in a different climate, different, political environment. It was probably very rural back here. I mean, obviously it was. Very, very, very backcountry. Hand wave. Working out here this heat weather. Sunshine and rain and everything else. My mount keeps moving. Where were we at? 12 minutes. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it was longer. I still got an hour left. Oh, man. I need to go back to sleep. I still got an hour left on this drive. I'm not even past the 11 yet. I'm still on. What is this? Moorfield Memorial Highway. I always wonder what was happening here on this plot of land 300 years ago. The Americas were discovered 1,000 years ago by the Vikings up in Newfoundland. Is that Newfoundland? Right? No. Up there in Canada. But Columbus-wise, I mean, he found the Bahamas, or I think, right, something like that. But anyways, the Americas were founded, golly, 500 years ago. 14? Dadgummit. It's a song. 1402 or 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue, etc. So there were multiple tribes of indigenous Native Americans on this land at that time. 300 years ago. This was a colony of... Who was it a colony of? Why did my GPS mess up?
In 3.5 miles, turn left onto Highway 11.
I I need to brush up on my history, but I know that not all the colonies, the 13 colonies, all England. At one point, weren't there French or something involved, and then they sold them to they I don't know. I haven't been in histories for 22 years. I'm still learning things, but not history lessons. Roadkill Grill? That's great! That little shack over there said Roadkill Grill. That was amazing. That was cool. I like that very much. I wonder if it's, I don't know, I think maybe it's a joke, maybe it's not. Maybe it's real, or at one point was real. That'd have been a good place to pull over, but there's a guy there. I really gotta go. Maybe they hunted raccoon and rabbit, squirrel, and they cooked it there. Possum, you name it. Cat, dog, not carrion. Why does my GPS it keeps crashing on me? This is not fun. This is not fun at all. Stop doing that.
In 2.3 miles, turn left onto Highway 11.
Fixing it, I could have turned off right there. Ugh. Oh well. There'll be another one. Just gotta make it look as conspicuous as possible. That's the word. Where they don't know what I'm doing, but it's not suspicious. Hopefully it's before I get to the highway. But that could be the last one. Excuse me. That was probably the last one. These are all houses right here now. Little housing area. Well, there might be one up here. What's this road? Sunset Community Road. What was I talking about? Oh man, I don't remember. I'll just be quiet for now. Enjoy the scenery. bridge where there's a lake. Man, those hills, mountains, are shrouded in dense fog. I had a phone call. Forgot to put it on airplane mode. Every time I get a phone call, if I'm recording, it interrupts the, it doesn't stop the video, it pauses it. It's like if I'm recording, let the call go to voicemail. Then it ringed, of course, not, on my side, but for whoever's calling me, and they go to voicemail, and they can either send me a voicemail or send me a text. In this life we live, nothing is too important that it's not going to be of the same importance an hour later. Woo! Every time that crosswind assist kicks in, it scares me because I'm never expecting it. I think my crosswind assist is acting impulsively, to be honest, because it's not really that windy out here. And I'm not getting hit by, there's got trees on both sides. Ever since they replaced the back tires and not the front steering wheel is loose. Literally, if I'm not going super fast, it's loose. They should have changed the front and back tires when they did the brakes. Still probably got 20,000 miles on the front tires though, so, or 10,000 at least. I've wondered sometimes, like back in the day, bicycles didn't have inner tubes. They just had rubber tires. Imagine if vehicles, cars, they don't have inner tubes. They just have a big hollow space with thick tubing around it that seals into what do you call that? My brain is farting. Anyways, it seals onto that, so it's airtight, sealed, and blah blah blah. Just imagine if they were just full rubber. The weight of that would be horrendous. Tires are heavy to begin with, and then imagine it gets over time, starts to chip, and then you hit a bump at the right speed, right angle, and that tire just splits in half and erupts and goes flying everywhere. The explosion would be horrendous. Table Rock Tea Company. Oh, by the way, I've never been this direction on this route. Why do the trees to my left look like they're changing colors? It's not even August yet. messed up. And just literally went back to the main screen of the phone. I was on this route 2 weeks ago, training a new guy. We
In about 10 miles, turn left onto Highway 11.
We went to, we're in East Flat Rock, so from there we went to Cashers. Behind me for as far as I can see. No one in front of me, in my lane, that is. Still nobody behind me. Nope. I think that's a car. Yeah, it's a gray car. You can't apparently see it. It's all the way back there. At least a mile. Yeah, I'm cruising at 55 speed limit. Because there's nobody in the left lane, I thought about getting over there real quick to say, hey, I'm British. But the second I do that, the state trooper would come flying out the trees. That's fact. What's that term kids use? Dead ass. No cap. I kind of threw up a little bit there. It sounded like I was a Gen Z or something. I don't know what generation these people are. Apparently, I'm a millennial. But I see all these millennials, they don't have jobs, they live with their parents, they're always complaining. I live halfway across the country from my family, my blood family. Well, besides my son. You know, he lives at, an hour down the road now. And my wife. I've had this job for coming up to 6 years now, in October. Right now we're in July. I don't really have much to complain about. That guy must have came out of that gas station area. I wasn't paying attention. But I knew there was nobody in front of me for a long time. It's a pretty long video. Where am I at? 30 minutes? Holy moly. Last time I looked it was like 12 and I was like, that's not been too long. And now we're at 30 minutes and 30 seconds. Wow. I hope it doesn't rain. I got soaked yesterday. And I put my 2 raincoats in the back. My rain jackets. Dadgummit. Oh well. Ooh, I could have pulled off there. Or pulled off there. It's getting worse, guys. Aha! Crosswind assist again. I felt it coming that time. Greenfield County. What was that over there? I could have pulled off over there. Sure could have. there's like a podunk gas station up here. Oh yeah, there's like a hiking area to my left, I think. Yeah. Some kind of hiking area. You know, I could have pulled to the right, but my luck is I would be taking care of business. You know, facing my door. And some hikers would come out of the woods there. Thankfully, there's no company sign on the passenger side of this vehicle, so I think I can make an escape. What's this to my left? Oh, there's a house up there. Why has a car be parked there to the right? Crosswind again. Flood hazard area. Wonder if this place got flooded during Helene. John, here we go. Pulled over. It's like I'm not that desperate. I've used them before though. I used to work construction. I've used many a Porta John. Wow, that great car that I was talking about way behind us is like right up on me now. Buddy, it's not that serious. Why don't they make the shoulders car width? Even if you have to get off the shoulder because your tire blew or something, or your car stops or something being funny, you're still half in the road. Alright, speed limit's 45 now. Station.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Highway 11.
Ooh. Okay. See, I wasn't even paying attention to that. Even though it's right there, my face to my left. Wait, did we pass over the lake? I can't wait till I see 11. I'll be fine. I doubt they have a bathroom anyways, public-wise. A lot of these places don't. hold it anymore. Alright, that's inconspicuous. Ooh, gosh. Back on the road again. And I feel so much better. And that would probably be a not as bumpy drop off. That was horrendous. I had to readjust. Still got to readjust this. Here we go. Man. I stood there for like 2 minutes. See stuff like that? Oh, that's wood. Never mind. You see a lot of hay trucks out here too. I'm always like, hey! Double stuck in the road. Road there. I thought it was just a truck just in the grass. Man, I know it's a body function, we all do it. Goodness gracious. I feel like I lost 10 pounds. It's all that water I drank. And coffee this morning. I've ever seen a car, just a car, as a help person. Hopefully that wind is not too loud. Except for just a bit. Here we go. Should be too loud now. Hoping I can avoid the interstate highway.
In 1 mile, turn right onto US 25 north toward Hendersonville.
La Familia. Corporate office for the Cliffs? I thought there was Cliffs over in Mills River. Hey, there's several different cliffs out here. And that's the corporate office for them. Interesting. Look at that house whipped there on the mountain.
Turn right onto US 25 north toward Hendersonville, then take the first right.
Oh, man. Okay. Goinsville. Hendersonville. 19 miles. Yield. No one's coming? All right.
Turn right onto US 25 north.
Well, I mean, you can only do this way. You don't want to go left. Oncoming traffic.
3/4 of a mile, keep right onto Old US Highway 25.
Am I still in South Carolina? I think so. Yeah, I am.
Keep right onto Old US Highway 25.
Ooh, getting off. Good. Saluda, 15 miles.
In 3.2 miles, keep left.
Yeah, see, I've never been this way. I've never taken that route. But I think I've been on this road before. This is old US 25 highway, so does that mean Hendersonville Road is the new 25? I don't know any of this stuff. Nice. Someone's dream home's being built. I've noticed that there's a lot of old people. They'll have like these RVs or motor homes, and then they saved up buttloads of money. They'll buy a little piece of land, live on that land as their house is being built. Then they move in the house, and the motorhome just kind of sits there and is never used again. It just kind of rots. I say it rots because I've talked to several people. I was like, so what you guys do with the RV? Nothing. I said, you don't go on any like road trips or anything? No. So what happens with the RV? Well, if we need to use it, well, we have it. One person said they hadn't driven it in 10 years. It's just been sitting there. God gum. Like you haven't even entered it? Opened it? The inside could be all rotted. It had a leak somewhere from a storm or something. Now it's destroyed. I think if I had an RV or a motorhome or whatever, I would live there. I wouldn't buy a house. That is a house.
In 1 mile, keep left.
That can literally go places. You can go up on the parkway. Find one of those big giant overlooks. Park it there for the night. Wake up, sit out your awning, bring out your tabletop cookers, hot plates, make some eggs, bacon, sausage, watch the sunrise, drink some coffee. Ooh, bumps. Honestly, I've been talking so much, I don't even know if we cross over in North Carolina or not.
Keep left.
Oh, so you mean you just go straight? Got it.
In 4 miles, turn right onto Saluda Road.
Saluda Road. Well, no, I don't. Well, maybe not. Yeah. I noticed the video, the screen was dubstepping. We're trying to focus on one thing, especially, I can't record on gravel roads because of that. It sucks. Oh gosh. Here we go again. Even my phone that has the GPS is bouncing out of the case here. We're slowing down. Oh, all my windows down. Alright, Mr. Flagger, where are you at? Okay, no flagger, alright. I've noticed that a couple times. Yeah, there it is. Road work ahead, flagger ahead. Yeah, be prepared to stop. I've noticed that in some places, quite a few places. They forget to pick up their stuff, or they got more work to do, and then funding ran out or something, or whatever, I don't know. It says emergency parking only. Both of those signs that talked about the Greenville watershed. But where would you park? Where's the emergency parking at? Oh, it's right here. Oh. Well, that needs to be cleared off. Because you can't even see the ground anymore. I just had a flashback to a memory. I can't remember where this patient lives. But it's way out there. It's like Robbinsville. Or Hayesville. Or something like that. And, oh my gosh. Getting out of their driveway was horrendous.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Saluda Road.
I had to park. And see, there's no, you can't park there. I saw something about highway state control or something like that. Oh gosh, there we go again. But there's a turnoff, a big open turnoff with some construction vehicles, lumber trucks, and I'd have to meet him there to switch out the oxygen machines because you can't get up his driveway. I got up at once, and he was like, "Sir, I don't recommend you doing that." And I said, "Pulling up your driveway?" He goes, "Yes. Our gas guy struggles to get up here, and he's got a dual. Is this all-wheel drive?" And I said, "No, sir, it's back wheel. It's rear-wheel drive. But it's a diesel and a turbo." He goes, "Well, did you tear up my driveway?" And I said, "No, sir." He goes, "Well, next time, please, there's a big turnoff.
Turn right onto Saluda Road.
Did you see it when you passed?" I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, Can you pull in there?" He called me. So I've called him there ever since. But yeah, his oh my gosh, his driveway is horrendous.
3.7 miles, turn right onto Old Mountain Page Road.
I had to do 5-point turn to get out of just to turn around. I mean, it's gravel, and I got up it just fine. I've got a video on YouTube years ago. You'll probably have to go to 2020. But I call it something Dubstep Road, or all my coworkers couldn't get up this driveway. I did just fine. I came off the ground a couple times, but I got up to the drive, and the guy and the lady, the patient came out. They had this like a gas look on their face. They don't even, their vehicles were parked under a like double vehicle carport, and they would always walk up to their house. I just drove up there. No one had told me, don't go up the drive. Go up to the carport and watch the equipment up. That's out at Marshall. I'm gonna have to upload this video immediately. Oh man, my bumped around again. Ugh. South Carolina, fix your roads. What's your taxpayer money going to? Not the roads. What's it say? Warning, water. There's something there. I saw on the other one that said state troop or something. Wow. You see where the hurricane messed up the riverbed. Is that a cross? Maybe it's just a rock formation. Of course, world. Where are we at? We're at 55 minutes. If you've stayed this long, thank you for coming with me on my journey. All the way from Rosman to Saluda. Taking the quickest route, according to GPS. There. Behind me or anything. There's no speed limit on my GPS. 135. Is a watershed? Is that like the water reservoir for the city? Is that what a watershed is? I've seen different watersheds, and I've seen watersheds in private property areas. I've seen watersheds out in the boons. I'm guessing I'm in the boons right now of Greenville. That was a horrendous bump. I missed it. Aha! There's the state line. North Carolina, the roads will be smoother. Look at that. Look at the difference. Whoa, there was a house there.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Old Mountain Page Road.
Look at the big difference. Look at that. From South Carolina to North Carolina. I saw a video on Instagram. There's a drone video in another country that showed where an earthquake had decimated a road, and the road was in blocked sections, and a lot of it was just like caved in and whatnot. But the title said, when you drive from North Carolina into South Carolina state line, or pass over the state line of South Carolina. It was hilarious. What state has the best roads? Best maintained? cemetery with a digital display? Oh, it's a church. Okay.
In 1.3 miles, take a slight right turn onto Mountain Page Road.
Wow, there's another abandoned house there. Where's my water? Thirsty. How about a coffee? Yep. I always put the coffee cup in the trash can. And I forgot one time and emptied my trash can in the dumpster and I heard dunk! I'm like, what was that? So I moved some trash aside with a stick. It was my coffee. I was like, oh crap! Well, I've got one of those extender arms that folds. You know, for people that are in wheelchairs and short people. And I reached in there and grabbed it. But I got no other place to put it. I'm not going to put it in my cooler. In case there was still some left over and it leaked out. Speaking of, I need to clean my cooler off. I need to clean it out anyways. I need to clean out the front pockets that have my Propel, my hand lotion, some pins, chapstick, some miscellaneous coins.
At the next stop sign, take a slight right turn.
Probably you need to just wash out, the lock latch was still open, so I put my hand out the window, laid my arm down and pinched me when it locked. And just clean out the bucket. This is a real pretty area. Wow, this is wide open.
Stop sign, take a slight right turn onto Mountain Page Road.
Oh, there's several stop signs.
In about 1 mile, turn left onto West Main Street.
Wow, we're at an hour, 1 minute. This is going to be a long video. Hopefully somebody has time to watch, or you just listen. Ooh, it's 25 through here. Welcome to Polk County. Thunder Ridge Drive. If you've been this far, thank you for coming. Really, thanks for joining me on this drive. Excuse me. It's been quite enjoyable. Bet you that Porta-John is very clean. The other one looked not. Oh wow, the big difference is, I always forget about temperature change down south. It was 83, I think. Now it's 76. Why don't they have sidewalks here? Saluda Fire and Rescue.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Downtown Saluda. Uh-huh.
stop sign, turn left onto West Main Street. Then turn right onto Carolina Avenue.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I just realized where I came through.
Turn right onto Carolina Avenue. Then turn left onto Anderson Street.
I went up that way one time before. I have it on GPS in my shorts section, where GPS took me that road.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Anderson Street.
But it was gated. It was closed. But that was a gravel road. So maybe it was a different road. Interesting.
In half a mile, turn right.
If I remember, I'll put the link to that short in the description. What? But that was a gravel road. I think. Yeah, it was. I didn't recognize where I was until I got to the train tracks. What? I'm so confused. Ooh. Ooh. It's a bump. Ooh. Yeah, I've never been this. I've never been on this road.
Go past the stop sign. Then turn right.
Okay, I see the building. I see the location. Ah, my GPS messed up. Literally right here.
Turn right. Then the destination is on your left.
No, my destination is over here. Autumn Care of Saluda. I have arrived. Well, thank you for coming on this journey. It's been a long drive, but these are drives I like. I like the long ones. We'll see you in the next video.